this is Father Ken Lau and welcome to the new episode of Nuggets for the Soul. I finished reading the encyclical of Pope Francis called Dilexit Nos, which is on the human and divine love of the heart of Jesus Christ. And in chapter 5, which is paragraph 165, he was talking about the lament of Jesus and also a request that his love will be returned with love. Pope Francis wrote that beginning with the second great apparition to Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque, which is the apostle of the Sacred Heart of Jesus, Jesus spoke of the sadness he feels because his great love for humanity receives in exchange nothing but ingratitude and indifference, coldness and contempt. And this, he added, is more grievous to me than all that I endured in my passion. So Jesus said this to Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque, I thirst, but with a thirst so ardent to be loved by men in the most blessed sacrament, that this thirst consumes me, and I have not encountered anyone who makes an effort according to my desire to quench my thirst, giving back a return for my love. So Jesus is looking for people who would quench his thirst, who would console his heart. And Saint Margaret Mary Alacoque wrote this, I received from my God excessive graces of his love, and I felt moved by the desire to respond to some of them and to respond with love for love. And so how do we do that? Pope Francis said in paragraph 167, says that our best response to the love of Christ's heart is to love our brothers and sisters. There's no greater way for us to return love for love. In Matthew chapter 25, verse 40, it says, just as you did it to one of the least of these, my brethren, you did it to me. In first letter of John chapter 4, verse 20, those who do not love a brother or sister whom they have seen cannot love God whom they have not seen. Love of our brothers and sisters is not simply the fruit of our own efforts. It demands the transformation of our selfish hearts. This realization gave rise to the often repeated prayer, Jesus, make our hearts more like your own. St. Paul, for his part, urged his hearers to pray not for the strength to do good works, but to have the same mind among you that was in Christ Jesus. That's Philippians chapter 2, verse 5. So there's another way also to console the heart of Jesus. And St. Francis de Sales said this, even in the most simple and ordinary things, he said, we can steal the Lord's hearts. Those who would serve him acceptably must give heed not only to lofty and important matters, but to things mean and little, since by both alike we may win his heart and love. I mean the acts of daily forbearance, the headache, the toothache, the heavy cold, the tiresome peculiarities of a husband or wife, the broken glass, the loss of a ring, a handkerchief, a glove, the sneer of a neighbor, the effort of going to bed early in order to rise early for prayer or communion, the little shyness some people feel in openly performing religious duties. Be sure that all these sufferings, small as they are, if accepted lovingly, are most pleasing to God's goodness. So we see how we could do some easy, simple ways of stealing the heart of Jesus by offering up whatever we're experiencing, sign of our love for him. So I hope we'll be able to console the heart of Jesus, one, by loving our neighbors. Second, by the most simple and ordinary things out of love. God bless. The living saint, Jesus, Mary, Joseph, we trust in you.